Fire spinning is a sport like no other. Whether it's spinning a staff, poi or fire wand, the scope for serious burns is enormous. But fire spinning festivals are renowned for more than just the sport. Recreational drug and alcohol abuse are often apparent. Does the fire spinning community deserve the social stigma that is often pinned upon it? What culture lies beneath this daredevil community beyond the scope of social perception? What do you know about fire spinning?
It's dangerous.
I know that they light fire and spin it.
What kinds of people fire spin?
Idiots.
A lot of different people. I've met a few of fire spinners and they range from being, these sort of carefree kind of people to people you wouldn't expect.
What impression do they give you?
Like daredevil. They're sort of outrageous, a bit out there.
Just don't love one another.
So how do you think people perceive the fire spinning community and culture?
All sort of punky and they're playing with fire and it's all a very, it's kind of an edgy thing, I think. So people tend to associate that sort of stuff, but all the people that I've met, no one's had drug or alcohol abuse problems. We're all pretty straight shooters.
What sort of people are involved with it?
It's not the kind of people that have a desk job, basically. There's nothing really corporate about it. Everything's very, everyone's very equal with each other.
So what are some of the risks involved with fire spinning?
There are risks and people do burn themselves and that sort of stuff, but they're really, really, really rare cases, basically, and people who have hurt themselves doing fire spinning basically haven't had very much experience. There's been experiences of people burning themselves on their own equipment, but basically what you have to do is put your hand on your flaming whatever, staff or poi or whatever, and hold it there to burn yourself. I've hit myself a bunch of times and it doesn't burn. The only thing that you do kind of have to worry about is hair. So most of the time when we do spinning, we have either people with short hair or you have a bandana on. But yeah, a little while ago I was spinning and I hit myself in the head with my poi, and it was like, and it was gone straight away, but my hair was on fire. There's been horror stories of people doing fire breathing and like burning out the insides of their lungs and stuff, but basically to do that, to fire breathe, you have to spit out fuel, and to burn your lungs, you basically have to breathe it in. No one that I know has been that stupid.
One of the worst things I had was I didn't know about the chemical burns that you can get from the carcinogens, and instead of wiping my mouth and chest where all the carcinogens had come down, I just leave it there. And after a day, I had skin peeling from around up here all the way down there and coming down to here, and it just skin being peeled off was all red and inflamed and blistering.
So are there potentially life-threatening risks involved with activities such as fire twirling?
I think the chances of it are fairly slim, given that they use low flammable fuel, and they're taught to put it out straight away. There's a risk that it could hit their mouth and they could sustain airway burns. I have not heard of any major fire twirling burns as a result of engaging in that activity. I think it's probably a very slim chance. Most of them would probably sustain mild to moderate burns between superficial to partial thickness. But I don't think there's a huge risk, in my opinion anyway.
Though initially seen to be a risky hobby, fire twirling is significantly less dangerous if you have been trained and know how to act in emergencies. It is a performance sport that has much beauty and passion to bring to the community, as it has to the individual performing.